So this was in the aftermath of Blackwood and everything else that's been going on. There was some talk about the Lord's Alliance and the book that was retrieved off Blackwood's body, believing it to be the book belonging to agents of the Lord's Alliance, which Negan pocketed. Pocketed it. There was also a little bit of a Thorin and Negan over his disguise, turning into Blackwood and maybe being able to pass as Blackwood in front of the Castellances. Party goes off to bed and there's some weird sleeps. There's a little bit of weird dreams going on where each of you had an unsettled night, maybe due to eating cheese. I don't know. Maybe it was due to the oncoming anxieties of what's going on in the city. The next day, Thorin gets up with a shopping list and he heads off with Morthos, I think, to Schemo Weird Bottles, where he procures a few bottles of health potion, which, with the familiarity of Schemo, having met him in underneath the Hanging Lantern, he asks a few questions around why you need so many bottles of health potion, and also the mysterious dark-skinned female dwarf that was knocking about and lost her temper a little bit with Thorin, who she insinuated believes is a stalker of some sort. The rest of the party head off to find Zord, and locating his two smaller ships, or the lesser ships in the dock, made their way out into Deep Harbour Bay for a meeting with Zord. The meeting originally, so the plan was to be that you were going to try and use his ship as a lure and as a choke point, as an ambush site for the Castellances. He was prepared to do this, but with a new ship that he'd acquired from the city, which was the Rotten Apple, the ex-ship of Blackwood himself. However, the deal became more and more convoluted as the chips started to stack in terms of gaining his help in the battle with the Castellances, to which he then wanted a greater stake in to obviously get his hands on some of the gold that he was after, which has all been linked into the grand game. For what he believes is, or what he wants, I should say, is getting the Luskan into the Alliance. It doesn't really sour, it just sort of leaves on we'll go away and think about it and consider our options and whatever else. There's some talk of maybe Tavis entering his organisation of the Bragan Dereth, you guys becoming deckhands on the ship, and various other things. He spoke about refitting the ship on a isle in the Moon's Sea Isles, to which then you then decide to head away from the ship. Thorin, you managed to head off to another shop to gain some items, namely a million mirrors for some sort of weird draconian device. I'm messing. For some rings of platinum rings for Isla. And I don't know where we were heading after that. Where did we? I don't remember where we were going after that. Did you actually meet up? Did you get back to Troll School? I can't quite remember.
Yeah, we all met up at Troll Skull and spoke through potential plans. Thorin was still going through his transcribing of his spell. We figured out he had 2 hours left to do that. What else did
What spell was it for Thorin?
Augury.
Audrey. Yeah, so we figured we finished at about 11 AM, I think, and Tavis had gone off to go and have a little scout or see if he could find the Castellantis place and try and just have a little scout, because realising, as pointed out by Zord, we've got fuck all clue as to what we're walking into, because we don't even know where it is. He'd gone off to do that whilst Isla and Negan had headed to the market, because Thorin had then realised he'd been off on his shopping trip but missed out some of the components that he needed for his spell. Yeah, and that was about it. We spoke about, I believe we'd spoken in game about possibly trying to contact Sildar or Jalister of the Lord's Alliance, and see what comes of that, and see what comes of Thorin's spell, which may or may not influence our decisions. I think that's where we ended up. So we're thoroughly starting off the session a delightfully split party. Morthoff and Thorin are in the tavern. Islas and Negan have left for the market, and Tavis has left for the Sea Ward to try and find and have a little scout out of where the Castellantis mansion is.
Oh yeah, they need to prep them. All right, cool.
Sorted.
Show us where you're we from.
Hey,
Here's my lightsaber.
And I'd say we know we've got 2 hours, because Thorin was kind of like, well, you've got 2 hours to kill or to finish off my spell. So obviously that spell's going to be super important and change the entire plan.
Okay, so you guys have already parted ways, yeah?
Brushed and parted.
This is going to be fun. Right then. Has anyone got anything else that they want to add? I say it's noon. It was 11 o'clock when you left the ship. You've gone back to the tavern, had a conversation, and parted ways, and say there's another hour on there. So I'd say we were at noon o'clock.
You just confirm the time of the party.
Party we said was late afternoon, so we should say between 4 and 5 o'clock.
Go.
Doors at 4. Fashionably 5.
Drinks at 3.
Drinks at 3.
Quiz starts at 4 then.
Let's hope that this party is in the co-op arena.
Cigars. At
Should
10.
give us an extra couple of days planning.
At dawn, we plan. Okay.
Dawn,
No
we
more.
plan.
So, Tavis, let's start with you then. So, you've left the tavern.
Yes.
Okay.
I'll hail a cab. Yeah, I'll hail a cab. A carriage.
Yeah, not difficult to do.
And
This one's
where
quite an open top one. It's quite small, really. You see this scruffy-looking cabbie at the front, quite gaunt, skinny, missing teeth.
Do you know where the Castellantis party is going to be?
Yeah. It's in the Seaward there. There's quite a lot of traffic going that way. Is that where you're heading?
Cool. Yeah, take me there, please, if you don't.
You don't look like the sort.
What I figured is they're going to need They're going to need some help, right? They're having a big party. They're going to need some work. So I'm going to see if I can't get myself a bit of work.
Yeah, well, yeah, good luck to you. Yeah, up on board. And he cracks the whip, starts setting off. So it's only the next district along from the North Ward into the Sea District. So it takes you no time at all until you start to see that the buildings on either side that are quite close together are quite narrow. The streets in certain places become quite narrow. It's almost, the seawall's almost got like a Mediterranean, like an old sort of Tuscany style feel to it
Okay.
in certain areas as you sort of wind through these narrow streets that then open up into larger streets and back into narrow streets. It's quite all over the place. And before long, you find that this road opens up into what looks like a large open space, but you can see that this space is walled. It's got like a 10-foot wall going around it. You can see there's lots of trees above the wall, and this wall sort of goes off as you sort of get to the road with the junction. It sort of goes. You've sort of arrived at the corner, if you like, and it sort of goes off each way, and you can see that there's just abundance of trees, and then poking through the trees then beyond is this really grand, huge villa.
So, the villa's behind a 10-foot wall.
Yeah.
I tell you what, I'll just an extra silver or so in it for you, if you don't mind. Could you just do like a lap of drive around, just so I can try and get a better idea of what these people are all about, and that might give me a bit of an insight to help me sort of offer my services, if that makes sense. Just want to understand what they're about and see if that can help me.
Yeah, with that, he doesn't even really bat an eyelid over it. He just sort of sets the horses off again. Yeah, and you head off. So all the time that you're going around this wall, you can see that there is this villa is sort of situated in the middle, sort of in the centre. You sort of see these roofs, this roof sort of poking out the top in terms of your view and the trees and everything else. Think Growlhund Villa, and then think, 10 times better. This is just really, really grand. It's opulent. It sort of takes you round, and you can see that you sort of head west, north, and then east, and then come back round south, back to the southern corner that you arrived at. And as you're sort of going along, you can see that there is an entrance. This is quite a grand entrance. You can see that it's guarded. There's 2 guards outside, and then you can see that there's quite a lot of civilian and noble people that are milling around in that area.
Okay. On the way around, did I see any other entrances or exits from the lap around? And a secondary question: do I see any guards patrolling the walls?
No. So from what the wall looks like, it looks like it's just the wall. It doesn't look like it's
fortification,
fortified in any way. So you couldn't see anyone sort of above it. However, in terms of entrances, it looks like there's one entrance in, one entrance out. This entrance is really wide, so it can cope with carriages going through and whatever else. There's huge sort of oak doors. Again, very similar to the Growlhund, it's villa itself, but on a much larger scale.
Yeah. Okay. Is there anyone going in and out? Like, is it open and they're going in and out all the time, or is it shut and it opens for people?
No, you can see it's open. Well, just roll a perception check for me.
Yes, I will do that for you. 16.
16. You can see that the it looks very relaxed. It doesn't look like there's any sort of it doesn't look to be chaotic in any way. It looks like there's more of like a checking in of guests. There's more like people holding scrolls with lists on, or you can see that there's a wagon nearby, and that's like it's been pulled up ready to be checked. There's quite a few. It looks like it's all in preparation of the party. It doesn't look like it's high security per se. It just looks like it's busy.
Okay. Okay, I'll say thank you to the cab driver, and yeah, I'll hop out.
Okay. Yeah, so you hop out. You're not far from where you first came into view, so that sort of southern corner of the southeast corner. It's not the shape of it isn't square. It's sort of got a funny shape, and you can sort of see that you get the feeling for the size of the roof that you've seen and the amount of trees that you've seen. This is sort of sitting on quite a lot of open ground as well.
Yeah. Okay.
What do you want to do?
I'm gonna walk up to the gates and see if I can't see what's the process for walking in. Like, I want to probably approach someone. I'm not going to try and sneak in. I'm just going to try and walk up and see if there's yeah.
And just to clarify, you look like Tavis at this point.
Yeah, just look like me.
Yeah. Yeah. So the guards, you sort of see that there's two guards, and it's almost got this sort of like airport security about it. It's sort of like a name, yes, okay, and then moving them on into sort of the next stage of the admittance process. And you can sort of see that there's people with sort of baskets, like they've come to deliver things. You can see that there's the guy that's just got off the carriage. All sorts of things that are all sorts of stuff that's going on, and people asking questions and whatever else as you sort of walk up. But there's a little bit of a queue.
Yeah, cool. I'm just gonna wait in that queue then and wait to speak to somebody.
It's not that long. You sort of see people that are going in one at a time, and the guard sort of turns around and says, "Can I help?"
Yeah, good day. You won't find me on any of your lists. I was just wondering. Obviously, I know I've heard about the party. Like, it's the talk of the town, really. And I was wondering if they needed any help, any little hired hands, any jobs that I might be able to do. Maybe some people phoned in sick or something. I'm just after a bit of work. Just thought I'd chance my arm and see if you needed anything.
Work. Roy, there's someone here asking about work, and you sort of see that the other guard is sort of like knee deep in like talking to about 4 people at once. Just roll a persuasion check for me.
20, 30.
20. He's like, well, just send him into Kriat. Just send him into Kriat. She'll be able to sort him out. And the other one sort of looks and says, "All right, okay. If you head up the path, keep following till you come to the main entrance to the villa, and then ask her for Kriat, and then they should sort you out. Can I just take a name off you, please?"
Yeah, no problem. It's Tovin.
Tovin. Just roll a deception check.
Shit. Oh, well, things. 17.
17. He says, "Okay, Tovin. Yeah, just you'll find it. Just head up the path. Stick to the path. You'll come to the main house and the foyer. You should be able to ask for assistance in there."
Cool. Just if you don't mind, anything Priap particularly likes or dislikes that might help me get my foot in the door, so to speak?
I don't know. And you sort of see these looking behind you as more and more people piling up. If you don't mind, she'll deal with you.
Yeah. Lovely, thank you. Thanks for your help. Have a good day.
As you walk in, you can see that there is a second wall ahead of you. You can see that between you and this wall is this huge sort of woodland garden. Just roll a perception check for me.
Not great. 7.
7. Difficult to see how many buildings are within this secondary compound. You can see there's this wall that goes around it, not as high as the outer wall. You can see that there looks to be on the front where you're looking 2 buildings that are separate but connected by this wall. Like this wall is encompassing whatever's inside of it.
Right.
Between you and it, you're on an absolutely beautiful white gravel path. It's gleaming. There's not a weed or anything in sight. It's pure white and manicured. The lawns are manicured. There are large trees. There is an abundance of butterflies that are flying around constantly within this garden as the sun is sort of beating down on you, and you follow what is not a tight-knit procession, but a continuous stream of people that have come into the villa before you that you're just following along. You can see that there is a... Let me just get this straight before we... yeah, you can see that there is the ground floor, another 2 floors in this first building, and then in the roof itself, what looks like attic space, has windows in there as well. So it looks like there is sort of 3 stories to this building. And you can see that in the wall, as the wall sort of meets the building itself, all in the same brick, you can see there's a couple of windows, and then in the middle is an open sort of double door, large door leading into the villa itself.
Okay. Yeah, I'll head up in the direction of where I think the guard sort of pointed me, but at the same time looking for how many other people around do I think are guards or under the employ of these Caslantes.
From what you can see right now, none of them are guards. So you've left the guards behind at the door. However, when you look towards the building itself, the villa itself, you can see that there is guards within that sort of door area, but there's a lot of civilians, a lot of people in quite sort of well-to-do dress and things like that are not. You're seeing all sorts of people. There's quite a congregation, if you like.
And there was 2 guards at the front gate.
Yes.
Okay, and are they like uniformed? How am I spotting them? How am I spotting what they are?
Yeah, you can see that they're wearing livery. 1 second. Yeah, you can see that the livery that they're wearing is what looks like leather, a mixture of leather and chainmail armor. And you can see that over the top of it is a white tunic sitting over the top, or like sort of like a tabard type. And then in the center of it is a shield with a swan. The swan is sort of holding its wing down, and you can see that a cross coming from the corners to the center and then down to the bottom of the shield is a green, almost like a figure Y going across it where the shield's been dissected.
Okay, good to know. Yeah, I'll head up in the direction of where I think react might be.
Okay. Okay. So you continue to head. A lot of people that have got to filter through that door ahead of you. So while you do that, Isla, what are you doing?
It was me and Negan, wasn't it? Heading to the market district.
Yeah.
I think we're after something for Thorin's shizzle. And I'll say to Negan, mate, well, how do you think we should go about this? This whole thing.
I mean, I've listened to what everyone said, especially what you've said about making sure we try and save the people. I think that's what we've come to do. That's why we risked ourselves for the gold. Still think we need to get to there and see what we can do.
Yeah. When I first met you in Philandon, I said I'd follow you. So, you had an axe to grind with a certain Blackwood, and you've certainly ground that axe. Now, I'm more than happy, and I'll follow you, as long as you need me. And I'll do what I can for these people. But I can't risk getting caught or going away to jail or anything like that. That conversation I had about you with the other day about, the bigger things going on in the world, in the storms and these things. I've got to make sure that, I can get out and carry on doing those things. I can't get stuck in this city.
I know we've both got things that we need to deal with after this is done. And I think if we move together, as we've done for how long we've been doing it for now, that we should get the outcome that we need, and then hopefully we can help each other further with everything that we need to do and get done. So the best way to do it is as we are. Hopefully we can save a lot of people. Get out of it with our heads held high still.
Yeah. I just think, as I say, I'm all for it, giving it a go. But if it looks like we're in trouble, I need to get out of it. I need to get out of jail-free card, as it were. So
Yeah.
if it looks like it's going to go south, like quick, or we're going to get captured, I'm giving you fair warning now. I'm going to be trying to get out of Dodge. And even if we do get away with it, I think we need to get out of this city quick.
Well, I think we know the things that we're trying to find and sort out are out of this city anyway. But I still think this is in front of us, and we always need a plan B. But I think we need to go, and we need to see if we can save these people. We stopped the copper district from getting poisoned anymore. I want to stop this as well, and hopefully we can do it.
Yeah, let's hopefully Thorin can come up with something whilst he's piling over the spell. Hopefully it's going to bring an idea of what's going to happen.
I'm sure with what he can bring and what Tavis is going to check for, that hopefully, we can get in there and we can cause something, or definitely stop something from happening. And if we can't, we go to plan B and we get out of there. We find a safe place to reconvene and then go from there. But I think it's been counting down to this.
Yeah. Well, so just so you're aware, Negan, I'm unlike you, who's equipped for a fight all the time. I'm not that well equipped for a fight today. So hopefully it doesn't come to that. But let's just see where we go.
Well, that's it. And I'm more than happy to not pull the axes out, but if needs must, need must. But for all intents and purposes, just want to save the people, make sure these children don't lose their lives either, and we can walk away from it then, and hopefully find something else that needs us. But at this point, I feel like this is what we need to do.
Mm. Yeah. How far away from the market are we?
Yeah, it doesn't take you that long. Again, you're just moving one district down as you trundle through the cobble streets. You see the buildings start to change, and then again open up as this large, again enclosed area. There's some beating down as you come to a stop. You can't even get that close because the market is that full today that it's even hard to get in there with merchants coming in and out and other people visiting and whatever else. So paying a few coppers, you get out and then find one of the many entrances that leading into the market itself. But it's got a sort of Marrakesh sort of feel about it. It's got this sort of North African vibe of just a lot of people milling around, a lot of sights and smells, cooking, a lot of leather for sale and bits of armor and oddities that you'd find on stalls as you start to make your way in. Some stalls have got canopies over and providing a little bit of shelter, and you can work your way between the shelter and out into the sunlight as you start to realize that you've got to push your way through people. You can't just sort of give way. You're just not getting anywhere. You've got to sort of.
I use my halfling nimbleness, which I can move through the space of people bigger than me with no restriction, to navigate that market like a bitch.
Negan, you're looking at this, sort of struggling and having to wade through and keep up with Isla, as sort of with almost a look of envy, really.
And then I just want to have a little peruse around and ask the big man to see if we can see a bit of a voodoo-ass looking shop which is selling like bones and cards and cool random shit like that, which is what we've come for, I think. I just want to keep my eye out and see if anything takes my eye. That might be cool.
There is absolute plenty of sort of shite shops that are knocking about. That think about just anything and everything that you can see, real sort of oddities. And you think that really, if you were to spend a decent amount of time in there, you'd probably find some really bizarre and almost cool things to walk away with. But yeah, there's a stall not far away from where you are where you can sort of see that there's a hodgepodge of various things that's on offer.
Cool.
Lilo's at the front.
Yeah, well, I want to get a bodyboard, sandcastle bucket. I want them little that game with the circle of pack of the Velcro.
Yeah.
Can't remember what it's called, but one of those.
Yeah.
A flyaway football.
Magnet.
Yeah.
Get the flyaway football.
Yeah. Scotch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
5 sticks of rock.
Yeah.
And
Fridge magnet.
Fridge magnet. Yeah.
A pool noodle.
Pool noodle.
Bulls. You know, the little.
Yeah.
Little bulls.
That is basically the shop. Yeah.
So I'll buy a windbreak, and I want to try and buy some ornate cards, which would be suitable to use with the augury spell, as I have knowledge of the spell itself and what it requires.
Yeah, so you see that there's this stall. There is massive sort of influx to the senses as you smell this burning incense as you get close to it. Not pleasant incense either. Whatever this smell is, it's not something that you've come across before. And you see a dark-skinned, he's not black, but he's definitely not from around here. And he sort of sees you and says, how can I help?
Yeah, looking at some ornate cards. Any little decks of cards you got? Special, nice looking. Used with spells, perhaps?
Well, I have lots of cards. What kind of cards are you playing cards? Gambling cards?
Future reading cards?
Oh,
Not,
um,
I know not necessarily tarot, maybe tarot cards.
what is in the spell? Let's have a quick look.
It just says ornate cards as an option. It's just got to be worth 25 gold. It's inlaid sticks, dragon bones, ornate cards, or some other divining tool. But with Thorin being a card man, I thought cards would be a fucking good choice.
What bone?
Dragon bones, my lord.
No.
No, I have cards. Allow me. And he goes back and he sort of comes with this sort of pack of cards, and they are in a quite an ornate pack, but they are a bit rough around the edges and a bit grubby. And he pulls the cards out, and he pulls a mat from sort of underneath the counter, because all this sort of stalls on the front, and he puts a mat out and he spreads these cards out. Is this the type of thing that you're
being question for the DM, being a cleric who also has access to this spell, would I know if that's the type of thing I'm looking for?
Well, if you give me 2 minutes, because on my app it's not telling me. It's not telling me about the cards. It's telling me, it just says bones. It's not telling me about anything else.
So it's in. It's like in the bit with the foreknowledge. I'm forwarding something onto you now, or to the group.
So is that the player's handbook anyway, isn't it?
Yes. Darl.
Specially marked sticks, bones, or similar tokens worth at least 20.
Yeah, so keep reading through it to the blurb at the bottom.
By casting gem laid sticks, rolling dragon bones, laying out in ornate cards, applying some other divine tool, you receive an.
Did you zoom in then, Daryl, for effect?
Have I?
Yeah.
I'm on a different. Sorry, I'm on a different. So I was on a different screen. I put my glasses on.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, because before we could say space tank, and now we can't. Ah, Jeffrey, how are you, my lord?
How's the refrigerator? Full? Goodbye, horses. They're running
That's the lotion in the basket. Right. Okay. Yeah. So he pulls out cards. They are illustrated. Let's see. Roll an. You can either roll an investigation or an insight.
Investigation or an insight? Well, there's only one winner there. Insight of 17.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like cards that you've seen previously. They look like regular sort of cards that you've seen within sort of divination rituals.
Yep, cool. Yeah, and how much would they run? Worth at least 25 is what the paperwork says.
Is that what it's asking for, is it?
Oh, it says at least, worth at least. So I'll leave that to your...
Let me just take a quick...
Not a bother, my lord. Jesus, even when Paul's trying to send a message on a fucking phone, a cat walks across it.
Well, if it's at least 25, then we'll call it 25. When you have a close look at the inspection of the cars, have been they've got a gold edge into them, like a gold leaf around the edges. So when they're stacked up rather nice, they do look nice. There's gold sort of leaf on the pictures as well.
Yep, cool.
And as he sort of thumbs them across and then he's moving them around, so you can sort of see, you can see that there is 2 cards that stand out to you, Isla. You see that one catches your eye first, which is another one that catches your eye, which is the Magician.
I know these.
And he gathers the cards up. He says, "Is this fine enough? Do you like anything else to go with this?"
Did anyone ask me for anything else while I went shopping specifically, Jimbo? Or was that it? No.
Nothing from me.
Cool. No, I'll just say no. That's all for now. Thank you.
Anything like that? I have sweet goods, chocolate covered crickets. No.
Well, let me see what pipe weed you've got, my man, and what pipes you've got.
So he disappears, and you can sort of see that these aren't like pipes. What you sort of seen is these sort of like Gandalf type pipe. But what he sort of has is these ones are like blown glass. So they're sort of long, sort of fine. They look really well made, sort of delicate.
Are you selling me a bong, my lord?
I wouldn't have said it was a bong, but it was something that would show the swirling of the smoke within it as you were to draw from it. It looks distinctively different from what you've seen before.
Yeah, I want like the longest, most flamboyant one.
Okay. Yeah, he goes and he gets you this one, which is, it's not like wide, it's not like it's chunky or anything, but it's sort of it looks like a series of like orbs together, like 3, and then it comes down to the bottom where the glass sort of thickens out, where you would then put the tobacco. It comes to like a little stem.
It's an anal bead bong.
It's an anal bead bong, yeah.
In for a penny, in for a pound. And what tobaccos and weeds do you have? Do you have a little carry case, a selection box, as it were, perhaps?
I can give you a selection if you would like.
Abso-friggin-lutely.
I tell you what, I give you 5 samples, 2 of which will be from my homeland, which you will not regret smoking. And I will give each one a name, and I will place it on the bag, and I will wrap them up for you. And for this, I will charge you. Now, should we see? Let's see, 6 gold.
Abso-friggin-lutely. Not even haggling with the man.
At this point, when you say absolutely, his face sort of drops. Okay, 6 gold. And then you hear him sort of talking at the back, and you hear like a woman's voice, and she's like, and he's like, 6 gold. And then he comes back with these arrangement of bags. It's a bit like when he goes to see that guy in Pulp. It's like a little baggies, and then he's sort of placing them all in front of you, and you can sort of see that each one has got like a different sort of coarseness or darker colours and lighter shades. Some are finer than the others. Sort of arrange them. I have names in each one of the bags, and he puts it in a larger sort of rough leather sack, and then in that he then puts the pipe and he closes that up. That'll be 6 gold.
I give him the 31 gold for the cards as well. And what's
He
your
takes-
homeland, if you don't mind me asking?
I am from Latan.
Where's that?
I am Latinese. It is south. It's the jungle region.
Okay. What brings you up here?
Trade, of course. All of my brothers. I have 26 brothers. Would you believe? And all of them are well, they're all merchants or they own businesses. And I moved further afield. I thought it would be more profitable. My wife convinced me.
And what's
He sort of
what's
said, like
your
a
name?
look of pain on his face.
Yeah, what's your name?
My name is Erdan.
Erdan from Latan.
Would you believe?
Yeah. No, it's good to know. And would I recognise your brothers if I saw them?
There's no one. You would have to go to Latan to see them. I came up here many years ago.
And do you always trade here in Waterdeep?
No, I'm always here if you ever need any more of the pipeweed.
Well, at that price, I may well be back.
Dan,
Yes, my friend.
where would be the best place around here to find weapons?
Weapons. Now, what type of weapons would you be looking to procure?
I'm looking for a mall.
A mall. A mall. Yeah, I may have something in the back. Yeah, let me go and see. And he disappears. And you sort of hear
Go on, carry on.
as you sort of hear him go in the back. He's sort of like talking to the wife, and he's getting a bit of earache, and then you hear like the mall, you know, and it's a few minutes before excuse me. It's a few minutes before he comes back through, and he says, I have this. I have this mall. If this is any good, I've had it quite a while in the back. I don't know the weapons, and you can see for yourself.
Okay. How much did you want for it, Adam?
He sort of looks over his shoulder. 26 gold.
And what do you take trades?
Sure. Why? Yeah. Why not?
What if I offered you this warhammer? How much would it be?
I don't know my weapons. Unfortunately, let me inspect it and let me go over it. And he sort of picks it up and he has a look. Okay.
There's not too many bodies on that one.
12 gold.
Fine. I'll take the rest of the gold out, give him my warhammer, and then put the rest of the gold on his little table.
Yeah, he takes it. He takes the gold, and he takes the warhammer. You sort of see that. You sort of see the ease in which Negan put it down to the effort Erdan's having to use to pick it up, as he starts to sort of take it away from the back. Now you remember Erdan's shop, yeah? You come back if.
Yeah, can I just insight check him to see if we've been fleeced?
Yeah, roll an insight check.
Do I feel like I've been mugged right off? 15?
15. You feel that you maybe got a fair price for your, but Negan's probably paid over the odds for his. It is as a gut feeling across the conversation.
Yeah, that's fine. pay our way, and then on the way back, I want to see if I can find like some spiced figs or fruit or something like that
Rum.
for a bit of snackage, and a rum punch for the road.
Yeah, there's various
And I'll buy Negan a steak on a stick.
Yeah, there's various stalls that are all selling food, and literally it's like, throw a couple of coppers in or a silver here and there, and you can just pick it up as you go, and it really is just sort of a free for all on this market.
And just make our way back.
Okay, and you're heading back to Trollskull.
Yes. With
Okay.
with the good things like the steak and such. Negan, I bought you a steak.
Curious though.
Cool.
One sec.
I'll let you send me a message regarding the pot.
It's pipeweed. What is it?
I don't know. It's just part of me.
No, it's just
Part of me hopes that.
No, it's not.
Part
It's not.
part of me wants
mine.
one to be rude.
Not mind bending. It's just like hookah.
I wouldn't have said it was like your average, especially some of the ones that he's picked up aren't just your average sort of run of the mill tobacco. I think some of it would be quite strong.
Yeah,
of various strengths and of various sort of flavours, but
No
all in all, yeah, it is just tobacco.
THC free.
The mall, Negan, that you've purchased, you can see that it is metal and it is a lovely thing to look at, but it doesn't look refined. The outer metal, because this is it's got quite a lot of sort of cracks in the surface. The outer metal, the sort of finished surface is quite smooth. However, it's almost like the metal's been sort of twisted and darkened as it's been formed into what is quite a smooth hammer. So you've got quite a flat face, and then it's kind of like twisting back into this sort of point at the back. Where all these twists are within it, it has this reddish, brownish hue that goes along with the metal, and you can sort of see that it is sort of all pulled back and twisted, like it's been done that when it's been formed. And you can also see that where it meets the handle itself is metal. It's not wood. This is a heavy piece of weaponry, and the same effect has happened where it's coming down from the hammer itself and twisting that same brown and reddish hue, and then it sort of straightens out and smooths out and becomes the actual handle itself. And at the bottom, then it's been inlaid with a pattern down at the bottom, just sort of finish it off. So it looks rough. It looks molten.
Yeah.
For want of a better word. However, that's by design, and the more you look at it, the more this is actually a really beautiful weapon, and it's not something that you would see around this sort of area, this sort of parts, if you like.
Sweet. And I use the things out of the book. Damn it for it.
Give me 1 second.
Because it's saying 2d6.
Yeah, just give me 1 sec. I just want to check something.
All right.
What is a maul? Like a big hammer?
Yeah, big hammer. Yeah.
Yeah.
Saw that one. It's like,
Fucking hell.
but I was looking through all the weapons. It's one of the better ones for it. 'Cause 2d6 bludgeoning. So I was like, that's 2d6 on every hit with it. Well, unless Daryl says it's different.
I thought he bought something else, to be honest with you.
What do you mean?
Did you think it was for pegging?
Well, that's just blatantly rude. I've just sent a message.
Can I have this guy?
I thought we got him for 26 gold.
Look, a figurine.
he is in tow, but he is the size of an. He looks exactly like Darth Maul, but he is gnomes, and he has a squeaky voice. No, it's
Nah, I know. Maul's like a half hammer with a stick prong on the other end, isn't it? It's just a big fuck off hammer.
yeah, it's a hammer. So what it would actually look like, if I can just struggling at the minute because there's so much going on.
That's okay. Let's play it out when he attacks or does something with it. That'd be cool.
Yeah, no, I think there's for what it is, Negan, you see it as being a maul, as being a more unique maul than what you actually thought you were going to get.
We call it Death Maul.
Gotta call Maul.
Better call Maul.
Oh my god.
Come full circle.
Oh my god.
Paul's not turning out. Better call Maul.
Please Negan at some point in the future, when you're about to take someone's head off, better call Maul.
Maul. Use the goddamn out of my mouth, buddy. You better call Maul.
Okay, I've just sent that through.
Yeah.
Oh yes, molten hammer.
Shit!
Forged by the midgets.
Whoa!
Mount Doom.
Whoa! Less of the midgets.
This is the midget son. Okay, so yeah, you guys are heading back. Negan, you're looking over your maul.
Death Maul.
Yeah, I'll have a chat with you. Okay, so Thorin then. He's left the building. He didn't like the maul talk.
I'm just getting a drink.
Didn't like the Maul at all.
He would have preferred a Jar Jar.
A little bit.
That's awesome.
25
No.
years. 25 years old. So what?
Pathetic.
So what is Thorin doing while you're getting a drink?
He's just busy transcribing the ritual into his book of secrets.
Okay, Tavis.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Hello
Jim.
there.
I'll cut you off then. What did you say?
Oh, hello there.
I was just going to say I was
Well
just
done.
passing the time talking to Frederick as well.
Yeah. You see that there's things that are just gradually being moved around as well as Lif is busying himself as well. Tavis, you make your way up to the door, and you can sort of see that there's another 2 guards stationed at this door as well as you sort of make your way forward. Can I help?
Yeah. Good day, gents. Ray and his colleague just sent me over. I'm just looking to see if I can't find a bit of work. I was looking for Kriat, please. If you could direct me to her.
Ray.
Yeah.
Ray. You mean Roy?
That's what I said. Sorry, it's my accent. I'm not I'm not from around here, so yeah, Roy.
Right, okay.
I've written fucking Roy in my notes as well.
Kira, yeah. So, well, where is she? She, let's see. Well, yeah. You see her over there, and she's just wearing a black gown, and he just points. You sort of see quite an elegant looking woman, sort of early 50s.
Okay.
You can see that she is tiefling. You can see that she has a really sort of elegant figure to her. You can see that her hair is pulled back into sort of like a mermaid sort of fishtail pony. It's all quite elaborately braided. It looks like she's done up quite well for the evening's festivities. You sort of see these horns sort of pulling up and wrapping the top of her head. And you can see that she's quite... Her hair is sort of jet black, but her skin is sort of almost white.
Okay.
In complexion. And you see that the room itself is like an entrance hall. As you walk in, you can see that there's marble flooring. There is a harpsichord over in one corner, which is enchanted and sort of playing to itself. You can see that there is tapestries and paintings all the way around this really sort of lavish room. The room itself is almost like an L-shaped. It's not quite an L-shaped, sort of curved room. And all around the top, you can sort of see that there's sort of statuettes and various things. All look quite religious. A lot of religious. Just make a religious check.
19.
19. You recognise this as Seymour, one of the good, or you know, yeah, more sort of good gods that's within the pantheon itself.
What was the name? Sorry? Did you cut out?
Seamorph.
Seamorph.
Yeah, it's SIAMORPHE.
Seamorph. Cool. Thank you.
And you can sort of see that there's a lot of people within this room gathered, somewhat like guests, somewhat like they're like what you like you. They're bringing goods, or they're bringing work, or whatever else, and you sort of have various conversations that are orderly and yet disorderly at the same time. It's
just a lot going on.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll head over to. So it's Kriat, is it?
It's where did I put the name? Just written it down. Kyret. It's KHYRET.
Okay.
Kyret. That's the way I'd say it. I don't know anyone else will say it.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, so with the guards' sort of permission, and I'll head over to Kyret.
Yeah, you can. She's sort of talking, and she's sort of speaking in a really sort of soft tones. She's saying, "That's right, Dave. If you just follow this gentleman, I'll take you back to the area that you'd like to go to." And she's sort of looking around then for the next person. She sort of sees you. May I help?
Hi, Kyret, I presume. I was sort of shown your way by a few of the guards. I was just, I suppose I'm chancing my arm really, just seeing if there's any help needed in advance of the party. Obviously, it's the talk of the town, and I just thought I might have an opportunity here to earn myself a little bit of money. Maybe you've had a few people call in sick or something on the day and let you down, and I just thought you might need a bit of help, and I'd be happy to do whatever it is that I might be able to help with.
You're seeking work.
Yes, yeah. Just wondered if you had anything else, anything that I could sort of, do.
I mean, we are very busy. I mean, we could have done with people such as yourself showing up a lot earlier, but what could you do? Let's see. Chigoba, he's meant to do with probably do with a hand down in the kitchen. No, if that's all right with you, I can get someone to lead you there.
Yeah, that would be good. What was their name, sorry? Because Matt didn't hear it.
It's Chigoba, Jandar Chigoba. He's our head chef.
Yeah, I'm happy to. Yeah, I'd be happy to give it a go. Yeah.
Okay, I will get. If you just wait over there, I will get someone to come over shortly, and they will escort you around to the kitchen, where you'll meet Chigoba.
Are you looking forward to the party? Looking forward to the festivities?
Of course, and with that, you can sort of see that there's no sort of room for the small talk. And she sort of moves away and can you just go up to the, and she starts sort of issuing orders out to various people. You sort of take a bit of a step back. Just make a perception check for me.
Better, 18.
18. Yeah, you can sort of see that a lot of these people are all waiting to, at some point, see the madam of the house, or see that she is clearly the one running the house itself. You can sort of see that there are nobles that are coming in and being escorted straight through, and they're sort of leading by a door which goes to the west. So you originally came up to the villa from the south. The door itself that led into the villa, just to give you a bit of bearing, is sort of southeast. But the door where you're sort of standing now near, you see sort of open up. Just roll. Actually, just.
Sorry, you cut out there, mate.
Just roll another perception check for me.
15.
15. As this door opens up, and you can sort of see that the nobles are being sifted away from the serfs, if you like, and they're heading towards this door that's by you. As that door, you sort of catch a glimpse of the inside. You see that it looks like quite a grand library, floor to ceiling, just stacks and stacks of books on shelves and ladders on rails that go around. That you can sort of see that there's leather furniture in there and oak tables. It's quite opulent and quite full of ornaments and flowers, not flowers, but like green plants and all sorts of stuff. Which is behind.
Okay.
As you stand and wait, you see that a small human male, quite young, comes sort of striding up to you, and he says, "My lady's just sent me over to. Are you one's going to help with the chef? You come in the kitchen?"
Yeah, Tobin, I'm going to help Chigoba.
Oh, nice to meet you, Tobin. I'm Morin.
And nice to meet you, Morin. What's your job around
He's-
here?
You see that he's sort of covered with like stains and whatever else down this white tunic that he's got on. You can see that his hands look quite sort of chapped, red. You see that he's like raw around his fingers and look quite dry. I do a lot of the peeling. That's all really. But you'll be on the peeling with me. If you want to just follow me, and I'll take.
You keep
to
cutting
the
out, Daryl.
kitchen, that is. There's not a lot I can do about it, mate. To be honest,
Oh, okay.
I am putting on a stutter as well, by the way.
No, we can
Yeah,
see
no,
you.
just-
We can see your lips moving and no sound.
A
There's
few
not
odd
a lot I
words.
can.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, okay, Morin, me and you. Peeling buddies. Sounds really appealing.
He sort of looks like you. And then he carries on walking.
That was a
Um,
joke, Morin. Come on, if we're going to work together, we're going to have to find some time for humour, otherwise I'm just going to get bored.
You don't laugh a lot round here, but yeah, I got it. Yeah, appealing. I got it.
We do
And,
today, son. We do today.
He takes you through a different door. This door, in a direction of north, sort of facing. And within this, you can see that there is a quite another large sort of foyer. You can see that off to your left there's a set of stairs which head down and sort of like they sort of curve around as if to almost go underneath the floor that you're on. And you can see that there's a lot of people in here where probably there wouldn't be on a day-to-day basis, but there's a lot of people that are sort of standing around and waiting and whatever else. The whole house is full. You move again north into another room where you can see that there's this looks like a family dining room. The table that's in there has been pushed up against the wall, and you can see that there are already sort of food that's being placed, although it's more picky food, it's all sort of being placed on this table. You can sort of see that there's large bouquets of flowers, everything. The room has been dressed for. Before then, you then turn west.
Hold on. Are there tablecloths?
On this particular table, no.
That's okay. I'll be looking out for that, just 'cause I've heard, obviously, from what we spoke about with his name has gone from my mind. Our bounty hunter friend,
Bobo.
Obo. Yeah. So it was the black. He said that avoid the food on the black tablecloths, right?
So from what you can see on this particular table, there's no
Not.
tablecloth.
Yeah.
Although no
Also-
one's actually touching the food, some of it's covered, some of it,
Like it's
is
for later. Yeah.
yeah.
Also looking through, how often how often am I seeing guards?
Surprisingly, not that often. Not seeing a great deal. There's obviously a presence, obviously people that are passing through, but you kind of feel at this point that the guards are pitching in with duties that isn't solely guard work.
Okay.
You feel that they're also involved in making certain that everything is running smoothly and on course for the party.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'll keep following Morin.
Okay, and you can, as you sort of enter in and into this this dining room, he then turns left, and you can see that there's a door in front of you, and as you head through, this big hit of steam and heat hits you as you enter this kitchen. The kitchen isn't huge. It's not massive. So you kind of get the feeling that this isn't the only place where being food prepared. but there's a lot of areas that's quite rammed with people that are cooking and whatever else, pans that are boiling and all sorts of smells and sound. And you get led to quite a large, bald man, and the young lad Morin sort of turns and says, Mrs. Chigoba, I've got more help. And he sort of looks at you and says, right, okay, well, take him with you, Morin. Get him peeling them spuds. I need more potatoes. Come on, chop, chop. And he doesn't sort of hang around or talk to you, or there's no inductions here.
Nice to meet you, Chigova. I'll do my best.
He
What are
sort
we
of turns
getting?
around and starts speaking to the guy next to him. He's not even paying much attention to you.
What are we getting by the hour? I'll ask Chigova, and if he doesn't listen, I'll ask Morin.
You think you're just falling on deaf ears. And then Morin sort of turns around and says, well, I probably get about 2 silver for the day.
Okay. Well, that's better than no, isn't it?
Come on, I'll show you where I go. And he sort of leads you over, and you sort of see these pans, massive pans, and then there's a sack of these spuds that all need scraping and peeling, various things.
Okay. I'll give that like 10 minutes, and then I'll be like, hey, listen, Morin, I'm busting. Where's the pisser?
Good questions. It is.
Sorry.
You have to just give me 1 sec.
Nay, bother.
It's over there in potato pot, it is.
Got piss on me particles.
I've got hot chocolate. He says to you, he says, well, we have to go out back and we have to go to the coach house. We can't be seen in here with the guests.
Yeah, fair enough. Right, I'll be back in. I'll be back in a minute.
Give me 1 sec while I just have a look at. Consulting the map. Okay. Just have a quick look. That's interesting. That from where we are. Okay. Yeah. So he points. See that a door on the wall furthest from where you came in, and you can see that there is a door. The door is open. He sort of points to outside. He says, just follow the path round. It heads right. Just keep going, and you'll find your way to the coach house.
Okay.
As you step outside, and you get the fresh air after the stifling heat from inside the kitchen, you find yourself on another immaculate white stone path. This time in front of you, now within the central area of the house, you can see that there are lush grass gardens. You can see that there are flower beds that are immaculately pruned, every flower a perfect image. Then you can also see So directly, sort of not directly in front of you can see that there is another large building. This is 3-story. It's not as large as, or seemingly as large as the building that you come through, but it is over in what looks like the far corner of the wall. The pathway leading right, where he told you to go, as you start to head that way with the crunch of the ground feet, you can see that there is a what is the coach house. So it's less splendid, single-story building, probably just going up as high or just a little bit higher than itself. That is the central wall of the villa, and then as you look over your shoulder, you can see that there is just lush gardens that head off in the other direction. It looks like it really opens up, very much as it was between the outer wall and the inner wall. Only this time you can see that there's a glass house in the sort of centre. So between where you come out and where you were main, there is a huge glass greenhouse full of vibrant greens from the inside. You can see that it, a lot of condensation within it. Like it's very
tropical sort of.
Yeah.
What was that 3-story building? What did I think? What might I think that looks like?
You can roll an investigation or perception, really.
Fucking 9.
It would be more of a perception from where you're at, close and.
Less than 5. No,
It's 5. You can see that there are sort of rows of windows, and these are a little bit more uniform. Like you sort of see them in lines and then lines. And it sort of continues to go up, but doesn't look to be anything. You can see that on some instances there's sort of doors and like sort of little balconies and things like that in places, but you don't really get an idea of what's inside.
Okay. So just thinking to myself that it might be accommodations because of the number of windows.
You can assume.
Yeah. And how far between like the coach house and the main building, roughly?
So these are sort of equidistant, really. So you've got it's almost like you've got the villa, the coach house, and then this building that's next to it, and you sort of be obviously the other way around for you. The coach house is off to your left, and then this other building is then just sort of not quite in front of you, but just off.
How far between would you say, like the coach house and the main villa?
Between the two. Between the coach house and the villa, where you are. Say 50 feet.
Yeah, okay. Right, I'll keep heading to the coach house, as I said that I was going to do.
Yeah. You go in, and again, this has got a few guards in it. You can see that there's horses there, or you can hear horses, all quite segregated. The guards says, you okay?
Yeah. Sorry, I'm working in the kitchen. I just need to head to a stall. Got to lighten the load.
Yeah. All right. They're over there in the back, and you can sort of see that there's a few sort of doors open, and they're not the nicest of stalls, but you can see that they're open in front of you.
That's fine. Into one of those I head, and when I get there, I'm going to shut the door behind me.
Yep.
Yeah, just reading this situation here.
As well, the other thing while you're doing that, the other thing that you did see as well came out. as you came out of the kitchen, there was a set of stairs as well going off to your left that sort of go up and up to like next level, almost like a balcony area that sort of carry on around the building.
Okay.
There was no real presence there, but you could sort of see that there's a step that.
Okay, so I head into the store, shut the door, turn around, and lean my back against the door, so I'm kind of keeping it shut if it shuts that way. And outside of the coach house, whichever way is the closest way to a wall, store will appear. Haven't changed it from. Store will appear in magpie form.
Okay.
And I'll have Saw fly up towards the house, and I'm just going to try and do a bit of a perimeter about the main villa, and then possibly around that second room, and just see what I see from Saw.
Which second room?
Sorry, second building. The one that I think might be a barracks or something.
Yeah. So Saw obviously flies over the top of the stall, which is all open, and seeing a bird within the coach house itself is not unheard of, as it's generally left open. And Saw takes flight. You're seeing all of this, I assume.
Yeah, I can communicate within 30 feet, but I've gone out of my senses. I've lost my senses of him.
So how far can he?
So I can communicate telepathically within 100 feet.
Yeah.
And it says that I can see through his senses, but it doesn't specify if I can. I think we've been through this. I can't. I think we said I can see through his senses for 100 feet. I think that's what we came down on. Yeah.
Okay, so heading up and taking him, using your sight through his sight to direct where he's going, take him above the coach house itself, aiming for a bit of height rather than a bit of distance.
Yeah.
You can see that there is no more than these three buildings within. There's a glass house and lots of trees. As you start to soar higher and higher, you can see that to the south, beyond the glass house itself, you can see what looks like a pavilion that has been erected and put out. You can see that there is things like bunting that has been put up, giving it a real sort of a party flavour to it. And you can see that there are large areas that have been sort of cleared around these trees. You can also see that there are people putting out tables in this area, like quite a few tables that are all sort of being lined up around the pavilion area.
And just trying to get a sense of how many guards and staff and how many people here are in the employ of the Castellantas, and how many.
Just roll a perception check. What did we say about the distraction? Was it below a certain amount on the perception?
25% chance of being distracted by something shiny during perception checks. So shall I roll the D100 first?
Yeah, roll your percentage first.
24.
So you head high, but there is so much shiny stuff about. There is a lot of shiny stuff around. A lot of people that have got, gold favors in their hair. They're wearing ceremony. weapons on their side, like sabers and things like that, as part of the dress. And as much as you're trying to see and glean from these what's going on in the distance, Saw keeps pulling away, and other things keep catching his eye.
Okay, we've not really played this out before, but I'm going to lean into it now and say, okay, Saul's gonna try and glean in on one thing in particular and try and find something shiny, maybe with a little crystal involved or something that would appeal to Tavis, something sort of purpley or bluey or something. He's going to have a search for something particularly like that. See if he can spot something in particular.
As he's looking down, what he can fascinator on this woman's head, in a mix of these blonde curls, neatly arranged in this hairdo that she's got. She's got fascinator, and you can sort of see that each fascinator sort of comes over, and it's sort of these jewels, and it's sort of gold, like a gold net with these like purple jewels with it.
It's fucking stupid. Saul's gonna fly down and try and grab it.
Okay.
What we gave him was a thing called Swift Snatch, which is like a sleight of hand situation. So I don't know whose sleight of hand skill I use.
Use yours if we haven't got anything.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So Thor will try and like swiftly try and nip down and pop that off her head and fly away again.
Okay, make this sleight of hand.
Okay. Ooh, it's not great. 14.
14. Let me contest that one. Let me see what the contest is. No. Wrong. Oh. No. Okay, so. Okay. What was the what would you roll?
14.
It gets caught in the hair. It gets caught in the hair, and this woman just has like this shriek, and what you imagine as a husband, you like coming at the bird to sort of get away, you beast, as it's sort of swiping this bird away. Just make a dexterity save for Saw, please.
Yeah, doesn't have any proficiencies, the magpie. We've got. Would I add my dex? Yeah, 19.
19. Yeah, so I rolled a 3. The fist comes round and completely misses Saw, and Saw sort of lets go and flaps and gains a little bit of height, and you sort of see that as being the close call. As the man in the room, this is the glitch that you didn't. And Saw heads back into the circling a little bit higher again.
Yeah. Okay. I think I've taken my chances. So Saul's gonna fly out of probably visual range to most people, and then bump out of existence back into his extra dimensional space.
Okay. Yeah, and with everyone being busy, it's not readily noticed. Leaving you then back in your with your own sight, your own body, in the stalls.
Yeah. My plan is to, if you stay with me for now. I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna start making my way out, and I'm gonna feign some sort of sickness on my way out.
On the way out completely of the villa.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and completely. I've had a look around. I've got kind
To
of
be
a
honest,
bit of a scope.
no one's really that interested. Everyone is sort of self obsessed with what they're doing as you start to make way out of the villa.
Yeah, I feel like I've got in. I've had a look. It's not cost me too much, so yeah, I'm gonna sort of steadily do that. And I feel like I've got a way back in as well if I needed it without having to expend anything. So yeah, I'm gonna head back to Troll Skull.
Okay, Isla, Negan, not long from your trip from the market, and you back at Troll Skull. What do you guys want to do?
Time-wise, how long would it be before, like, how long have we been gone to the market and back in comparison?
I'd say you were sort of 2:30 really now for where you were. Maybe 2 o'clock.
Okay.
Weren't you guys gonna try and speak to Jalister? Or did we decide not to do that?
I don't think Isla would have, unless Negan was.
No, I think he would.
I think I said I could speak to him, like, via sending.
That's fine.
But I can't remember what we agreed upon. Did we say we were going to see Giles last time, Dal? Do you know?
I think Jalster did come up in conversation. That's why I was asking for a read.
He's got a stall in the market, hasn't he? Well, that's where we last saw
When
him.
you met him, he was in a bar in the market.
We didn't say anyone in particular was going to contact Jalister. We just spoke about it being a thing, and likewise Sildar. We've still not checked on Sildar, which was been saying that we were going to do, because we think he's probably dead.
Yeah. Wow. It's time.
I don't think he's dead. I think he's captive.
Well, do you want me to see if we can send a message to Sildar?
Be worth a try.
Thorin? Thoughts?
It's up to you. I don't know how much of a toll it takes.
How much of a what?
A toll it takes on you. We've got a busy day ahead.
As I said to Negan before, like, I'm not really set up for much fighting, so
It's up to you.
well, what's the plan? Have we got a plan?
I think the plan is to let Thorin finish off. Tavish change into Blackwood.
The original plan was to escort Ezreal and Rainier to the party as their heavies.
And we can do that.
Well, have we been in contact with them to sort that out?
No.
You did have a conversation not long ago in the Yawning.
Yeah, we arranged to do it, but we haven't had a conversation with them in the last day or two about times or whatever?
I
How
don't,
we're
I
gonna
don't think
meet
it was
up?
that far. I don't think it was that long ago, to be honest. I'll check my notes now while you talk.
Yeah, I don't think we arranged the intricacies of it. I think we just said, "Oh yeah, we'll take you."
Are they that far away from us anyway?
We could probably safely assume that they'd come by the tavern, wouldn't we? But, they know where we are more than we know where they are.
Yeah. How long do you think you've got left on your spell?
How long have I got left on this? Oh, I should be nearly done.
Yeah, I'd say you were done, yeah.
Yeah, I'm done.
Oh, perfect. All right. So I think that's pretty much. We do that then and see if Ranier and that come this way.
Yeah, it's after reading through it, it's a bit of a tricky spell. It What did you get me, by the way? Did you get me something?
It's give them the deck of cards.
Oh, thank you very much. These look beautiful.
Hopefully it's worth it.
Yeah, the spell's a bit tricky. After reading through it properly. Each time I cast it, it gets like a 25% chance of being a wrong prediction, and each time I cast it, that chance worsens by 25%.
So you can't use it that many times anyway.
I think you're pushing the boat if you use it more than twice.
More than twice, yeah. Okay.
And it only tells you about the outcome of something in the next hour.
As long as you've got the thing that you want to ask.
It takes me 10 minutes to cast.
Okay.
So I don't have anything specific in mind that I want to cast. Isla, do you plan on trying to contact Sildar? I could ask if you would manage to contact him successfully. I don't know.
I don't know, it seemed like a waste of 25% chance. I can either do it and I get through to him or do it and don't get through to it. Plan wise, the plan I came up with didn't really go to plan, so, and I've got nothing else, so I'm more than happy to go with your guys' plan. Said to Negan before, follow with what you guys want to do, but I'm out of ideas. For me, my prime objective is to not get caught. Quite frankly, I've got stuff like outside the city that I need to get done. So, if I can help, if I can be of assistance, then I'm here for you, and I'll help you. But if it becomes between getting caught or getting killed or getting out of here, then I'm not gonna lie to you, I'm gonna be getting out of here.
There's 100 people at stake.
Yep, I agree with that, but what I've got going on outside could be a lot more than that.
Well, Isla, why don't you see if you can contact Sildar now then? And then if we don't get an answer, the plan's still the same.
Right, you guys mull that out while I work out what we want to ask.
Tavis, do you need to do anything more before you change, or do you know that you'll change and then you'll be Blackwood instead?
I don't think I'm there. Am I, Dal?
No, you're not there, no.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, on my way back in carriage.
Won't be long. You'd only be waiting sort of 20 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes at best.
I'm gonna say if I would have 10 minutes in the last session, I got one of the orbs from the necklace of what we think is a necklace of fireballs. If I would have 10 minutes, then I would cast Identify as a ritual spell on the orb from that necklace and see what I could.
I thought it was already identified anyway. I thought we'd already done that.
Don't know. Maybe the necklace. I don't know if anybody has Identify. Somebody's attuned to it, but I don't think that has been a thing.
Yeah, if you want to identify.
Yeah, just the orb itself rather than like the necklace as a whole.
The necklace
yeah,
itself isn't magical in nature.
I don't have the necklace. I just have one of the orbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would do that on my way back. Just I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's just a standard fireball. It's been a while.
Yeah, just in terms of how it would be, how I would use it. Like
it's just a spell. So you've got 150 feet. That sounds a bit ridiculous, doesn't it? Let me have a look at the necklace itself.
Yeah.
Right, I've got my message ready to go to Sildo whenever you're ready.
Is it 25 words then?
Yes, it is.
Does it end with "you pooping"?
No, mine's awfully much more pragmatic than that.
I love Jester.
Oh, hey, it's just just
How are you?
I'm wearing my blue dress today.
I like donuts.
We were just thinking, maybe not. So you.
You pooping?
That's handy. It ain't in the back of the book. Motherfucker.
Motherfucker.
Yeah, it's funny the way she starts off all distracted and then panics, makes it dead in the script, and then ends up with words left over.
Oh, why? Why the tricky questions?
Sorry.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Let me just because I don't like the fact that you've got 50 feet
Of range with a little ball. That one, yeah. That seems,
Yeah.
50 feet of pooping.
That seems insane, but
In the membrane.
Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain.
I thought Isla could use him in his sling.
That would be bitchin', motherfuckers.
Toodaloo, motherfucker. I don't know why it doesn't tell me. Why is it weird?
Did I give you the platinum rings, by the way, Isla?
You're...
Gave you them. Okay.
the internet, Darrell, says that you can use an action to detach a bead and throw it up to 60 feet away. When it reaches the end of its trajectory, the bead detonates as a 3rd level fireball spell. DC save 15.
Okay, I'm happy with that. I just wasn't happy with the 150 feet. So yeah, we'll go off. We'll go with Bob. We're saying 60 feet, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so 60 feet, and then it's a. It's just your general run-of-the-mill. So 20-foot sphere centered on a point, dexterity saving throw, and then it's a 8d6 fire damage. And a failed save, and half as much on a successful one.
Is that what fireball is at 3rd level?
Sorry, no, it's increases by 1d6 for each slot above 30. Yeah, it's a 3rd level, yeah. It's 8d6 fire damage.
It's a 3rd level to begin with.
Yes, this is a 3rd
Technology, and
level.
yeah, so that's what I know that does, and that's helpful for me to know because I've got one on my person. Yeah, but other than that, I'll just make my way back. Make my way.
And then it's a dex. Does it say what the DC is on the dex saving throw?
15.
And a half on success. Okay. Sweet. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Go on, see.
Okay, yeah, Tavish, you're coming close to Troll Skull. It takes a couple of more minutes, and you hop out down the end of the road.
Pay the guy. I guess I owe like a gold or less. for these
Yeah, it's a
couple
few
of journeys.
just a few coppers, yeah. Like 15
Okay,
coppers it
cool.
is.
Yeah, just head in.
Yeah, you find the rest of the party. Is everyone in the tap room?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
you find
guys.
everyone else in the tap room.
I made it to the Castellanta's villa. I know where it is. It's pretty fucking hard to miss. The place is huge. Like ginormous. Like, you know the Growlhuns and the situation we had there? It's like 10 times that size. Huge wall all around the outsides. One way in, one way out. Managed to get inside. Managed to secure myself a job for the day, which I've left. Nobody really noticed. As far as they know, I'm still in the kitchen peeling spuds. But it's pretty organised. A good number of guards. Not anything insane, but I get the impression there's a lot more. The potential for a lot more forces to be on hand pretty quickly, just from what I saw. Yeah. So that's helpful to know at least where it is and what the situation is. Basically, they're checking everyone on arrival to see if they've got an invitation or a reason, business to be there. I went in and had them off that I was looking for work. And that worked out for me. So I had a bit of a good look around as well with Saw. Like, I can see where the party's going to take place. It's like an outside kind of afternoon sort of tea party thing. Why wouldn't it be? It's a nice day for it. No, didn't see any particular layout of these tablecloths that was mentioned by Obo, but yeah, it's like, for me, on the level of where I've come from and what I'm used to, Growlhund Villa's a pretty high-end sort of thing. This is another level. These Castellantas, it's like a palace. Pretty intimidating. So what do we want? Have the Greyhounds been by? Has the Blackstaff been by? You've been here all morning, right? Thorin? More thoughts?
Yeah, nobody's been by.
I just heard nothing from the Magister.
Nope.
I've got to be honest. Okay, what do you want to do? What's the plan? what's the plan here? Because we can't draw them out of that villa. I didn't see him or her lady or lord Castellanta. The place is dead busy. People are arriving for the party. It's like the party's already happening. Do you know what I mean? There's people turning up in their finery. There's elegant women with very nice hair things, really interesting hair things going on. Yeah, it's like this is happening now. So what do we want to do about it?
You said you were in the kitchens. Did you see anything poisoning wise?
I don't believe so. I had a quick glimpse around the kitchen. I mean, I know I've got some poison on me, and I know a little bit about poison, but I don't think. I mean, DM, did I see anything that jumped out as poison? I didn't particularly look for it.
You didn't look.
No, didn't see that. I was more about trying to get the lay of the land and trying to figure out if anything, what we could do there, or if it was even possible to get in, I suppose. So no, I don't know about poison. I did kind of get the feeling that the kitchen that I was in was just like a dead basic prep kitchen, and it wasn't possibly where like the main food was going to come from, if that makes sense. It was just like a horsework kind of situation.
Yeah. Yeah, they might not even be poisoning food, it might be drinks.
But then Obo did say, don't eat the food off the black tablecloth. Or do you think he could have just been bullshitting us? I don't know, Obo. You knew him better than me.
Was it said, did he say don't eat the food off the black cloths or only eat the food off the black cloths?
Oh,
think-
sorry.
I think it was don't eat the food.
And either way, he's definitely referring to food.
But then again, if they know that obviously Obo's not there, then maybe they've changed it since then. I know it's not been so long ago, but if they knew he got out, they don't know who he could have spoke to. Oh,
Yeah.
What do you guys want to do? Yeah.
I think we need to be at the party.
Yeah.
I think we need to try and put a stop to it. I think if it's bigger than us, it's bigger than us. We have to, like Isla said, have a secondary plan to get out because we don't want to risk our lives for it. But at the same point, there's 99 people we've got to hopefully try and save. There's 2 kids. So I still think the plan stays that we need to get to the party. And
In the coach house was there plenty of horses and stuff like that.
I don't know. I mean, he went there as a place to hide and have a better look around as saw.
Just thinking where we could run to try and get a quick getaway.
There's one way in and one way out. I know, I saw that. Unless you can get over a... Didn't see how the wall 20 foot? 10 foot?
I can stone shape. I can get us through a wall.
Okay. So that would be probably the best way out, I guess. But what are we trying? How are we going to try and stop them? Like we've got all this gold, so they can't make the deal. So they're going to have to renegotiate with Asmodeus or this devil thing. Or do you want to get in on that? Be part of the negotiation? Do we want to talk to them? Is that the aim?
I think the aim is to stop what's happening more than anything else. I don't know if we want to deal with anything of their nature, unfortunately, because it's not something that we are drawn to.
Castellantas are filthy rich, right?
No. Travis
Yeah.
just said the place is massive.
What's to say that they don't already have enough gold? They were just looking for somebody else's gold to use.
Or they just didn't have enough.
Maybe with what they collected and what they already have, they would have enough.
They didn't collect any gold from the vault, though, did they? We were the first ones to get down the vault because we sprung the traps.
We didn't get the full amount of the gold from there. They'd already started emptying it by the time we got there.
One carriage had gone, hadn't it?
A carriage had gone, but they hadn't been into the vault because we sprung the traps for the vault. And they hadn't been reset.
Well, not all the gold was in that vault though, and we didn't take all of the gold from there. We just took what we could.
Yeah, a good chunk though that stops them having. I don't know, mate. I don't know how much gold they've got now. I don't know that.
What was the amount? DM. It was like 100 dragons of gold.
No, 1 million.
Million
One
what?
shy of 1 million.
One shy.
One shy of 1 million.
One shy of 100 souls.
And we've got like a third of that amount.
Yeah, so
from
we
that.
we took a third, and they've got the other 2/3.
No, what? They never got in there. They didn't get into the vault where the gold was. We got in there. We sprung the traps. We solved the puzzles. We had Negan be inflicted by that strange mind controlling.
Yeah,
magic.
I get that. But we didn't
They
take
didn't
everything,
do, they
did we?
didn't. No, but they didn't get. They didn't get in there. They didn't do that. They didn't solve the puzzles.
They could have
Why-
gone in after us.
They could have
They
done.
could've-
But
They will
They
have
could have
done.
gone in after us. They could have gone after us, and they'd have taken 200,000.
there wasn't
What was
enough
that?
in there to make this deal anyway. They're on about of one shy of 1 million gold. There wasn't enough in there.
I wouldn't bet on the fact that they don't have enough gold. Judging on what you told us about them living in a palace, they already had plenty of gold. They might not have had enough. They might have had enough. They might have just wanted to use somebody else's and not burn themselves.
That's okay. I'm just gonna level with you guys. Zord's words are ringing in my ears. We don't know shit about fuck here,
No.
and we're gonna go and try and mess with like serious people. And I'm with you. You guys have helped me a lot. You've welcomed me into your group. I feel like part of the team, and I want to be like that team player. But I'm scared about this. I'm scared about all the laws in the city. I don't know. I might just like my gut feeling. My gut feeling is kind of out on this, and that, yeah, leaving on the ship is tempting for me. And going off to try and find something different to do. And Zord, as you saw, you know, or as you did, Negan, and Zord is kind of my kin, the side of me that I don't understand. So I'm drawn to him to want to understand more about myself by being closer to him. And I feel like he's quite a kind of powerful, knowledgeable sort of person. And he was not up for fucking with these Castlanters one little bit. And then I've been to the Greyhands. This is a faction that I'm affiliated with, I'm part of, I've been promoted within. They're not here. They said that they'd help and they're not here. They haven't turned up. They haven't offered us a way out. It just bothers me that we go in there trying to take this on. And my fear is we end up incarcerated or worse. But I do know what you're saying as well on the balance. It's hard to sit by and think about these souls going missing, but Zord's words are intoxicating in terms of you just think someone will sort it out. The Blackstaff, the mages of the city, Waterdeep and all its politics will just politics their way out of it and just it'll be sorted out that way somehow. And it's not our deal. We didn't make the deal. It's not feels like our problem a bit, but I'm just leveling with you guys. I'm struggling. Yeah. But whatever we need to do, if we're going to do it, we're going to need to do it. We need to do it quickly. So we're supposed to be accompanying Esville, aren't we, and Rainier to this party.
Yeah.
So I guess they should be here soon, so that we can be their bodyguards.
Or we meet them at the yawning portal. We didn't decide it.
Right, I'll let you just continue your chat. You can do this outside of the group. I'm just going to get myself a wine and have a piss and a quick break, and I'll be back talking and debating. Going back round your plan, the concerns to and froing. You hear a trundle of a carriage coming off the main road and then up towards Trollskull. Looking out, you see that this is a very dark wood, almost black, painted black, a red trim going along the bottom. This doesn't look like a hire carriage. This looks like a privately owned carriage, but the driver's sitting on top. It turns so its side is facing you, and you can see that the windows are curtained. It looks like an expensive carriage in itself. The door clicks open, and you see coming out of the carriage Rainier Neverember, sorry. He kicks a step and he holds out his hand, and you see Esville Rosnar in a beautiful gown, a hair like you've never seen it before, looking really ladylike and quite stunning, and he helps her come down the steps. The door closes and the carriage stays where it is. They walk up to the entrance to Trollskull and they open up the door. So you're all dressed for the party then? Rainier sort of makes a bit of a joke out of it.
We got a little sidetracked and we haven't picked up our clothes.
Well, you best get yourselves ready, because we need to be making a move. With that, is Isla still with us, or?
I'm here.
Yeah, he's there.
Okay, so with that, Esville sort of nods and looks around the group, and then she heads over to you, Isla, and leaning down to you almost seductively, almost like she was going to give you a kiss. She leans forward, and with her lips close to your ear, she says to you and you alone, "You're wanted in the carriage."
Okay.
I wouldn't keep them waiting.
I'll be back in a minute, fellas. I will go to the carriage.
Rainier sits down and says, "Well, I wouldn't mind a drink."
I would tail Isla to not follow him, just to try and keep eyes.
Yeah, you just move over to the door or the window and look out, and you see that Isla approaches this carriage. The door it's not closed fully, but it's not wide open, and you can see that it looks dark in there. It looks like because the curtains are closed, it doesn't look quite dark. Isla, what are you doing?
I'm going to the carriage. I'm going to get into the carriage.
You open up the carriage door, and there's a bit of a large step to obviously get in there, but you get in and you see that sitting on the back seat is a rather large, older man. He's sitting in what looks like a military sort of uniform. He has quite large mutton chops, and he looks at you, and he's points to the seat opposite him and says, "Oh, you must be Isla."
No, hop up onto the seat. I go, and you are?
My name is Mert. Normally that's where the penny drops, but I guess you're not from round here.
Most definitely not, no.
Well, Three Strings tells me that you've been doing good work for us. With that, he lifts his lapel slightly, and you see the harper's harp symbol underneath.
Yeah, look from the harp to him and give him like a fervid nod. I've been trying my best to do what I can in this city for the good.
I well believe it. I've heard the tales. You have been doing some fine work, and you have the makings of a harper with distinction. Quite proud of you. That doesn't mean a lot because you don't know who I am. So let me introduce myself. My name is Mert. I am known throughout the city as Mert the Moneylender. I made my fortune miles below this city many, many, many years ago. And when I came back, having fallen out of favour with my good friend, who I ventured with, I put my money to some good use. That's not before many years of debauchery and drinking and wasting it away, but I found the love. She put me on the straight and narrow. She was a harper. He pauses, and you can sort of see that the past tense of him referring to his wife sort of weighs heavy on him. Anyway, I'm a lot of things in this city. To some, I am a doddering old fool. To others, I am the money. To the harpers, I'm number one. I also wear a mask. I am one of the more privileged people within this city. I don't think I need to say any more than that. Now, I believe that you've been, rummaging around in the Castellanta's garden. This is where you talk to me, is that?
Yeah. Well, it's good to meet you. But yeah, we've been rummaging around in Castellanta's garden, finding out some dirty secrets, dirty laundry that needs coming to the surface. Making deals with devils. On this very day, looking to take 99 lives from the very people of this city.
Oh, yes.
And every avenue that we turn to, we seem to get blocked, told not to do anything, that they're too powerful, and that there's nothing that can be done.
There's always something that can be done. I don't want to belittle your efforts, but there's always something that can be done in this city.
Well, show me the
No,
door.
I
and
know
can do it.
I know the full extent of. And that's why I'm here. Because, well, first among our code is that no one is left on. And you've been operating alone for a while, and for that I apologise. I should come forward sooner.
I just I say there's no need to apologise. I've been alone for the majority of my life. That's how I've always worked. This what shall I say? Newfound family, in more ways than one, is something new for me, something different. I feel like I've got a link to you more than maybe you realise, because I feel you've lost someone close to yourself, and once upon a time I lost everyone.
Yes, I lost my wife a few years ago now. It's funny, isn't it? You don't realise how you'd cope when they're gone. You don't realise that they will be one day, but don't look at me like I'm anything special. Just have more years on me.
Not say I missed everything after the word special. I apologise.
Did everyone lose me then, did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He says, don't look at me as if I'm special. I'm just a fool. An old fool. As much as you're a fool. Just with more years on me. Your friend in there, he was quite quick to point out that I have been in the Hanging Lantern. I thought, and I have thought it for a while, going in there and speaking to my wife would maybe ease the pain. She's not my wife. And it doesn't. We kid ourselves.
Some of the phrasing that you use intrigues me.
Well, such as?
You call yourself the fool, and that you're masked and a rogue, some would say. The first time I heard of you was a few weeks ago, in a town called Philandon. I had a reading of my fortunes, as it were. And I feel that me and you sat here today isn't by any sheer luck.
Well, probably not. I don't know about fortunes. I hope that this meeting is one that we will remember if we get past tonight.
Me too. There's quite a few things that suddenly coming to the surface from our meeting right now.
We know what their plan is, and we have known it for some time. There are many Harper agents and Red Sashes who we've aligned with temporarily, sharing information. I know their leader. He knows me, and we've been conversing for some time. I can see that you haven't spent a long time in this city, so let me... I'm one of the masked lords of Waterdeep.
I'd got that.
That is the mask I wear. And it is part of my job and my love of the city to keep it safe. So, I have a proposition for you and your party. I will take care of the banquet. I will take care of the innocent people that potentially could. I can do that with quite a blunt approach. However, if I send in every man in the crown in the city watch and the guard, it will only get me so far. The real threat is what's below the villa. And that I can't do with an army. I need people that can get in and get out.
Well, I think we can definitely help you there.
Whatever the ritual is, it's not going to take place in the garden. Below is a temple to Asmodeus. Below is where the ritual will take place. It's the ritual that needs stopping. Now, we'll talk about the gold that you hold at a later date when we're all out of this unscathed. The city's gold. However, I'm not convinced that the Castellances are wholly out of this fight with the gold that you've managed to take. Why would they have the party? Why would they continue the preparations? Maybe they're waiting on their agents to come back with the gold. Maybe they're circling you as we speak, I don't know. But once I know that the threat is dealt with below, then I can save the people above.
Can you tell me any more about what we face below? Or the best way for us to get in there?
The villa is split into 3. And with that, he pulls out a large scroll and he lays the scroll down. There are 3 buildings, as you can see. He offers you half of the scroll to hold, and he holds 2 corners. Now, Esville was, well, she's quite good at stealing these prints, as I'm sure you're probably aware. This building here, the main building, and he points to the larger of the villa compounds. In the centre, there's a staircase which leads down. This is the only staircase in the villa that leads down. Unfortunately, it's slap bang in the middle of the main house. Now, we've investigated what is down, and we come to a dead end. I believe you've hit dead ends like this before, and they've not stopped you. I think there is another entrance down there. I think there is another way down there, which will lead into a crypt. No one's seen it, other than the Castellances and their associates. I know I am asking a lot. But if you can find a way of getting down there, stopping the ritual, then we might stand some chance.
It's an interesting proposition. It's one I think we can help with. I know we want to do our bit to save these lives. I'm assuming that this needs to be done today, imminently. Can we still use Rainier and Esville as means to access the grounds?
They came to me with the plan. Well, in a roundabout way. They will get you inside. When you're inside, you need to find a way of escaping prying eyes, find a way into the temple below, and stop whatever is going on. And this is time sensitive. The poison, you are right. The food, you knew that, didn't you?
Yeah, we told the Magister.
The poison that they're using is one known as Midnight Tears. Are you aware of this?
Yes, we've come across this.
When consumed, as you know, nothing happens. Not until the stroke of midnight. At the stroke of midnight, the poison takes effect, and those that have consumed it will die. You have until midnight, Isla. You are swiftly climbing the ramp. I'd like to see you climb further. Let's get past tonight. And he starts to roll up the plan. Let's get past tonight. And let's see where that lands us.
Let's go. And so, Mert, you are the number one in the Harper's Guild, and I just sit forwards and I look all over his face, just trying to read everything. Just read his face, reaction of what he is, whether he is.
Roll insight.
Yeah. The best 10. I think he is. Just making it tense,
And are you really Isla? Isla.
And I give him a
That's the
wink.
thing with new acquaintances. Yeah, we all have to make leaps of faith, unfortunately.
After this, when this is done, and it will be done, I'd like to talk to you about something. This guild, this Harper's Guild, it's across the continent. I've met people in Philandon and here in and there's something I want to discuss. Something big is coming. And I think you, the guild, could be good allies, benefit, help people.
I hold a lot of key to a lot of doors. Whatever you need, you'll be able to pull on the Harpers.
May I keep that plan of the Castellance's Villa to try and formulate a plan with my associates?
And he hands it over to you.
And as I'm about to step out the carriage, or as I stand up, I go, I won't let you down. And one more
I've heard
thing.
that about you.
I don't know if you have any acquaintance with the Greyhands. One of my colleagues works for them. He said he approached them and they may or may not be also acting today, this afternoon, this evening. But I don't know, I thought it'd be good for you to know that they may be operating in the area, just in case you do have contacts there as well.
I have spoken to various factions. What we need right now is people who will.
And then I go to step out and I just stop. I turn around and I offer my hand.
He looks at your hand, and rather than putting his hand in, you see his hand move to his jacket. And when he produces his hand to your hand, you find that you're holding a soft leather-bound book with a gold harp in the centre. The pages are green gold leaf. If you're serious about being a harper, you'll need this. You get it done, and we'll swear you in as an agent, and you'll always have me on your side.
So I look down at the book, take it, give him a nod, and hop out. And tuck the book away. And head back into the tavern.
You go in, scroll in hand, book, and walk in to see everyone else. Watching the door for your return. Tavish, you see him getting out and sort of head low really as he's making his way.
Do I notice
heavy
anything
thoughts.
in particular about him coming or going?
Isla himself.
Isla himself, facial expression, or whatever he's taken with him or is coming back with, anything?
He looks like he's carrying a weight.
So on his way back in, I'll just be like, "Are you okay?"
Yeah. She goes to the war room. We need to have a chat.
Cool.
Everyone.
Yeah, I mean,
And I head upstairs. I get the map out, lay it out on the table with like some weights just to roll it out and wait till everyone comes in.
Rosnar and Rainier as well, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, they approach last, sort of hang back at the back of the room.
Right. I can't go into it too deeply. However, we need to get into that villa. The people at the party, they're being dealt with. They're being looked after. Take my word on that. We need to get into that villa and get downstairs. There's a crypt underneath. There's a ritual. They're going to be doing a ritual today. And we need to get in there and sort whatever the fuck is going on before midnight tonight. I've got this plan. I'm going to show like the map of the villa. We need to get down the central staircase and find a way into the crypt. There is another way in, but I don't know where it is. Esville and Rainier, they're our way in. We'll go on to Tavis. Hopefully
yeah.
you've got a bit of understanding of the lay of the land inside the Castellanta's villa. This could very well be well guarded, so we're going to have to move quickly, silently, and Negan, if we need to, we may need to drop people quick.
Yeah, I've got an idea of the layout. That makes sense. It's hard to say who's going to be around where and when. I can, Esville and Rainier can get us in. That's cool. I was just there in the last hour, and part of me thinks maybe the best time to get down there is kind of like right now. It's chaos. People are moving in and out. People are bringing goods. People are bringing gifts. People are bringing supplies. They took me on. They hired me like on the spot without even discussing a wage because of that bit, because it's so crazy. So maybe like now is the time to go and just walk in with Esville as part of that. And
I agree.
Yeah.
We need to go quickly. How do you distraction wise, how do you feel potentially? You mentioned about, did you actually mention to us about the fireballs, Matt, or not? Was that just a conversation with you and the DM?
So Thorin has the necklace of fireballs which he got from when they used it to blow up Corona's crown. I just asked him for one of them with a view to me going in there, and had a slight idea of blowing up the kitchen at one point and stopping the poisoning happening. So no, it's not a me thing.
I don't think that as a general rule is something that's too terrible of an idea. Rainier, maybe I don't want to get you involved. You can more than happily say no, but
I'm sure Rainier is a very skillful man, but I'd give that job to Esville. We know she's got some skills.
well, either or. Maybe we can get
Rainier sort of looks and he's like, and he sort of looks at Esville. He's like, yeah, okay.
Yeah. Well, maybe we can use one of these fireballs as a distraction. We can get into the villa, act quite normal, get ourselves located centrally around where the central building is, and then Esville can use one of these fireballs, either set off an explosion within the boundaries, or we can get someone to set something off just outside the walls as a bit of a distraction, just to make them off guard, just to unsettle them. And for that brief moment, 5 minutes, maybe they're not solely concentrated on guard and potentially their biggest secret.
Yeah, good shout. I
Thoughts?
like it.
I think we try and sneak in without any sort of distraction. I think as soon as you put them on high alert, additional guards will be put in place. I think
Megan?
we just try and sneak in. Get in with Esfil and Rainier, and then try and sneak into this crypt or whatever.
Big man, any thoughts?
I think we go with it. I think if we can sneak in, let's sneak in. Because if we have to start any problem, I want to be down in the crypt when it happens. And like Tabby said, if it's busy and everything's moving around, hopefully we can get ourselves in and get ourselves through, and it should be fine.
Okay.
Between us,
Don't.
have we got any way of disguising Negan? No offense, mate.
Some taken.
No, he's muscle.
He's muscle, yeah, but he stands out, and they'll recognise him. It'd be harder to get away from prying eyes.
I mean,
I don't have
Colin,
anything
have
I
you
can
got
do.
disguise kit? No.
Yeah, I can use a disguise kit to maybe change the colour of his scales.
No, listen, he is what he is. We've got what we've got, and
It's not going to matter. We either get down there or we don't.
I'm just trying to think of, like, they know that there's, I mean, we've been targeted before when they've recognised Negan in the past. So, as soon as
Yeah,
we
that was
walk it,
That was Xanathar's. That wasn't these guys.
no, but of all of us, he's the one that stands out the most.
okay, well, he's got a full suit of armour on. Just make sure you get some leather gloves. You can nip back to the market. There was lots of leather things there. Maybe not get you a leather mask, because that could become misconstrued, but maybe get you some type of helmet, some type of armour. And
No
just be able
one,
to just
no,
get some.
it's fine. Nobody knows in there. We're just hired hands, helping out these lords and ladies. So honestly, I've been there. It's
Yeah.
that busy. They didn't even look at me twice. I'm a fucking drow. I look
Yeah.
like a fucking drow.
Negan, just stick your hood up.
Yeah, put your cloak on, put your hood up. You'll be fine, man. I was fine. They gave me a job. They gave me a job in their lordly house in this day of birth celebrations and dark dealings.
Yeah.
Honestly, the front door security, not all that. Roy, great guy, but you know, not top tier.
Let's
We're gonna get in, but
go.
on the basis we have the credentials of a lord and lady, ish, noble people. No offense, as well. Yeah, like, you know, we yeah, no offense anyway. Yeah, we'll be okay getting in. It's just
Let's see. There's no time like the present. We should get going.
the back door plan though. And I'll cast a message to Esville and just quickly say, if you can stick close enough, we can let you know, and if you're prepared to do it, you'll have a 60-foot fireball ready to go. That could help us out if we need it. And then I'll speak just normally to the rest of the guys and say, look, we can have Esville dropping the fireball as a backup option, and it could work. It could help to, if we need a distraction, if we feel like we're getting rumbled, it can work like that.
Yep.
Well, let's make sure we've got everything we need, and let's go.
Well, I've got these health potions to divvy out. So there's 6 normal healing potions and 1 greater to split between us.
Okay. Can I take at least one?
I have 1 regular already. I'll take whatever you can give me.
Isla, what do you want?
Just 1. I reckon 1 regular for me. Give Negan a greater. Morphos 2. And then 1 for Tavis and 2 for you. And that should put everyone on 2. I've got 1. Negan's got a great one.
Yeah, sounds good.
And I'll just keep 1 on my body. And if I go down, use that on me.
Yeah, sounds
Yeah.
good.
You're not going down, is it? Not while I'm still standing.
So Negan, you've got a greater healing potion.
Okay.
That does 4d4 plus 4.
Great. Okay. Well, I'm ready.
Let's get to this. Party.
You got it.
Like,
Renee, Ezreal, you ready to go? It's not much
They're
of a
looking at each
plan,
other.
but it's what we've got.
Yeah, no, let's look. We can plan all we want. We don't know what we've got until we get inside. But look, stay in contact with us. We can help. Even if it's looking out, even if it's just working out where people are going, or if you've got time or whatever, just you can rely on us. Just let us know.
No, well, I think maybe when we go down into if we do get to the central chamber and down into the crypt, it could be good having someone to keep an eye on those steps. And with that, I will chuck Ezreal my sending stone. If you need us, they should give you. They should get in contact with Tavis.
Well, we can cause a disturbance. If we can get by the stairs, we can distract. We can do something. We can allow you the time to get where you need to go.
Yeah.
Don't feel like you have to do this alone.
No, we won't. Thank you.
given her a pearl of fireball as well from the necklace. How many were there? 3.
Yeah, there was 3 in total. I've still got 2.
You gave me 1. You've got 2. Give 1 to her.
Yeah, do you want one as well? Do you think it'd be useful?
Well, yeah, anything would be useful at this point.
There you go.
It's all well and good getting in, but you've got to get out yet.
Yeah, I'll give her one of the pearls.
Say, Renee, we've got an idea as to Ezreal's skill set. How about yourself? How might you be able to help?
Look, whatever Ezreal needs, whatever you need, I'll do. Yeah, there's still people in the city that respect me, father.
Yeah, okay. Alright, cool. Thank you. Okay, well, who feels like attending a birthday party?
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. I quickly use prestidigitation to clean up everybody's clothes to try and make them look at least a little bit presentable.
Done. You make your way out, so straight down the stairs and straight out. Frederick's just like cleaning the glass, just watching you go in. Chairs are just invisibly being put back under the tables as you make your way outside. The gilded carriage is gone, but it's not long before you, as a group, find a carriage, hop inside, and begin to make your way across the city to the seaward, to the Castellanza Villa. And that's where we'll end it today.